Hey everyone, I'm back from my honeymoon! I did a video about me going out on my honeymoon, and we were going to a resort, and I was talking about some of the food. Basically, this is like the second part of that video, letting you guys know my whole experience. Details of what we did: we actually were at the Sandals all-inclusive resort, St. Grand Lucian in St. Lucia. Okay, let me get to the good stuff. The food that you guys are wondering about. So if you guys don't already know, I eat a plant-based diet or vegan diet, and I had basically let them know in advance that we were going to eat plant-based. Letting them know in advance, I would say, didn't really do anything. I would do it, but I can't really say that it helped. They had 6 or 7 restaurants in that actual resort. I find that usually buffets are kind of like easy with stuff, and you can kind of see what's in it and maybe talk to like the chef who's like right behind, the counter. Breakfast and lunch were kind of buffets. Dinners were like full set menus. Let me go back to our first experience. We didn't end up going out till later, and the only place available at the time, because it was open a little bit later, was kind of like an Irish pub. Basically, it was like fish and chips, burger. So that one was rough. And so we got there and we were hungry, and I'm like, yikes, this is bad news. There's nothing that's vegan, not even like close to being able to do stuff. So we ended up ordering like 4 or 5 of the same appetizers, which was some like grilled vegetables and stuff. That filled me up kind of a little bit. I mean, put something in my stomach at least for the night to get me by for the next day. Oh, and they also did have room service, but limited. Usually I find that breakfast is the easiest meal to eat on like a plant-based diet, because pretty much everywhere you go always have fruit juices, always have water, always coffee, always tons and tons of all kinds of fruit, and then there's always like oatmeal and maybe cream of wheat or grits, or most places always have now like almond milk or soy milk, and then some bunch of different cereals. So that is like usually like the easiest, or maybe breakfast potatoes. So between all of that stuff, and that's basically like what I had for breakfast, was I had oatmeal, coffee, whole bunch of fruit, and then like nuts. You can put nuts and cinnamon and stuff, brown sugar in your oatmeal. Lunch was pretty easy. For lunch, I always had a whole bunch, like a big huge salad, and then a whole bunch of veggies, like steamed veggies. And then there's usually always, you can find like rice and beans. There's like lentils and like lentil soup. So pretty much it was either a combination of rice, beans, lentils, or lentil soup, grilled veggies, salad, maybe some fruit. Sometimes I'd have like some green tea. Oh, and then they had like hummus. So I was put like hummus in with the rice, and that was pretty much like my lunches that I had. Let's get back to that first night. So that first night we went to that pub. So the next day we were kind of struggling with the menu, with the set menu for dinner. Now I'm going to focus on dinner, because this is the core key thing. What the heck are you going to do for dinner? Thank goodness Shannon said, hey, let's go talk to somebody to see what they can do. Whatever it was that you needed or wanted, it was very, very like accommodating, like over the top. So the big thing that we learned with this was, I told Shannon, she's like, let's go talk to the front desk, and they have like a whole culinary desk that you can go talk to somebody and put in your request. I don't really know how that circulates around, but we went over, talked to the culinary person, said that we're vegan, and then they said, well, let me get the food and beverage director. Well, we don't want to put anybody out, but that's what they want to do. They want to give you the best service. And so for regular people, you feel kind of weird. You're like, I don't want to like you to go out of your way, and I feel really bad, and you don't have to like do all this special stuff for me. We'll work around it. And that's kind of like our thinking. But they're like, no, like we want you to come to us. We want to be able to provide what you want. So we talked to the food and beverage director, and he walked us like straight down to one of the restaurants, and we talked to the manager of that restaurant. He walked straight to the back to the main head chef and said, hey, these two are staying with us for the week. They are they eat a plant-based diet. They're vegan. Would you be able to accommodate them? The chef seemed really excited about it, because I think being a chef, you make the same menu, the same stuff all the time, and so it was kind of, I think, cool and fun for her. Like, seemed exciting, or she was excited at this was something different. Now she got to be creative and be like a chef and coming up with something new, because it was like, wow. And we basically said, hey, look, she's like, well, what do you like? I'm like, rice, beans, tofu, lentils, like it doesn't matter. Like, we'll eat anything, whatever you want to do. You're a chef. I know whatever it is you're gonna make is gonna be amazing. From that point on, the chef, for us, prepared a full-blown, like, 4 or 5 course meal, specially done. I mean, it was like full-blown, from a little like appetizer kind of salad thing all the way through all the courses to like a final dessert. We were like, oh wow, thank you so much. And we were just thinking like, well, this was a nice thing for her to do tonight. And then it was like, come on back tomorrow for dinner. And so basically, long story short, we went back to the same restaurant. And I know for some people they're like, well, that's boring, you went to the same restaurant. No, it actually wasn't, because we had a chef specially making us a special meal, a different special meal that she came up with every night that we were there. And I think for the chef it was pretty cool, because she knew we were coming in every night, and so she would come up with her stuff, and we weren't saying, we don't want this, we don't want that, we don't want that. It's just like, make whatever you want, just don't use any animal products. Everything was so good. The whole take on it is that the menu wasn't vegan. They didn't have any vegan options like on a menu, other than like something that is just vegan by default. But they were accommodating, like extremely accommodating, and we got like crazy level of service. Like, it was like over the top, like just amazing. We were so thrilled and so happy. Just like some of the best like food, period. If you go to these resorts, go talk to the food and beverage director, go talk to the restaurant manager, go directly talk to the chef and say, hey, can you do this? I know you have a bunch of ingredients and foods in the back there that you can whip together. I know you're gonna have, oil instead of butter to be able to cook with. I know that you probably have some soy milk or almond milk in the back instead of using cow's, milk. So if you guys go, take this into consideration, take my experience and my advice. I want you to have a good meal, and that's like part of like the service and level that they want you to have. So you're not bothering them, you're not bugging them, they're not bummed out or anything. I think if anything, they do think it's like fun and kind of cool, and they get to like have fun and play, around in the kitchen and not make the same thing all the time. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this helps, and I will talk with you guys later on. Okay, bye.